Hello and welcome to Mia the Passion Muse. I'm here this week with Antoinette Cabral. Welcome, Antoinette.
Hi, Mia. Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you for being on my show. I'm blessed to have Antoinette for many, many reasons. As you can see, she's very lovely, very feminine, very beautiful. She's had the wonderful ability to work with women, teaching them sensuality, and to work with men, teaching them how to bring in the right woman, which means helping to change their energy level. And this show is all about bringing up the female awakening so that our male counterparts can stand beside us and support us, and it will be a harmonious, beautiful connection. So, welcome to the show.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Antoinette, can you share briefly with us, for the ladies, your type of work that you did with them, because that is so inspirational to be a sensuality coach.
Thank you. So what I teach women is really connecting to their true essence, their potential as a woman. So for a woman, we carry our emotions and our fears and our doubts and our insecurities, rejection, whatever that is, our pain from the past, all in our energy centers. So here in the heart area, and especially in the womb, right? So the womb for a woman is also creative energy. It's also connected to our sensuality, and it's a connection to our power center. And if a woman is carrying these blocks, I like to just say it's like it looks like this. She's carrying this block, and she's carrying it here, and it's actually stopping her from being her potential, from connecting to her body, connecting to her own pleasure, because she has this block, she's carrying these emotions, she's carrying the fear, and she won't be able to open up and feel safe, in her body,
right,
and being intimate with a man. So if she's carrying these blocks, then what I do is I help her uncover what these blocks are, because I've had many, many blocks myself. I've been closed off, rejected, and I was closed off sexually for so many years. So what happens is I'm teaching a woman how to uncover these blocks, and with love and patience, what happens is instead of this block, it unravels, and the energy is able to flow. And when the energy flows, guess what happens? Pleasure can take its place. Joy, happiness, passion, and that free-flowing energy moves through the body, and she is able to connect to, her own source of passion and pleasure and play and whatever, her own power as a woman.
Right.
That's what I do.
That's beautiful. To her true essence.
Her true essence.
I love that. You are just so magnificently beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
I once had you on my radio show, and we did an amazing exercise of smelling. Well, for us it was invisible, but because we're in touch with our five senses, we know how to work the vision and description and everything. And we did that. Do you recall that? That was a beautiful little exercise.
Yes.
I wish we had a rose in which to produce that again. That was actually quite stunning. Do you want to just briefly go through it together?
Sure.
How we did it then? It was just beautiful. Sure. This will be an imaginary rose, but ladies, gentlemen, and men, this will be a fun exercise for you, because I believe that men need to get in touch with their senses like women do. It's fabulously amazing to do that.
Absolutely.
So pick the most amazing rose that you can. Whether it's yellow or white or red or big double, or whether it's an antique or a modern, whatever you want. Okay. So let's pick our rose. We have it in front of us. And the first thing we do is we want to visually look at it. And how would you describe your rose, Antoinette?
Reds and touches of pink and gold. And I'm looking at it right now, and the sunlight is tickling the top and just playing like it's just illuminating the top of the rose. That's how I see it right now.
It's beautiful. Mine is red, deep, deep, deep blood red. And it's one of those antique roses similar to a peony, where the inside is layered with slightly lighter red of the blood red. And it's so magnificently beautiful, almost closed. And there's a round piece on top that's just, it almost looks like the center of life. It's beautiful. And I now want to, as I'm looking at each petal and each leaf as they're folded in together, I just want to smell. Can we go through our senses now? The smelling? It's beautiful.
And when you smell, it's not just smelling, it's really having the experience of smelling. It's breathing in
Deeply.
and feeling and bringing it into the body. And if it feels good, allowing your body to feel that.
Inhaling pleasure. And bringing it deep. And it almost goes through your body, not just through your nostrils and down. Through the smell, but it feels, you can feel it through your body, tingling. It's beauty, true beauty.
Yes.
And the next one would be the touch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's soft, velvety, very, very, very luscious. You just want to put it all over your body. That's what I want to do.
And silky, yes.
Silky. And it's just, makes me feel very, very, very beautiful.
Yes.
And if we were to taste it, mine would taste soft and delicate, a little bit like rose water, which is made from roses, but also with a tad of strawberry.
Mine tastes like, yes, rose and hints of honey and a little bit of sprinkles of tangerine.
I love that. And your rose with the pink and gold would be beautiful with tangerine, wouldn't it? Oh, I love that.
Yes.
And now for the...
Fun.
And now for the... Did we cover them all? I think we covered all 5. The taste, the smell, the touch, the sight, the hearing. The hearing, oh, wow. I can imagine myself outside with this rose, and I can hear, even going across the top of it, but around me, I hear wind, slight breeze. I can hear rustling of leaves, which is all getting in touch with the nature of it. What do you hear yours?
I hear my own body purring.
Yes.
I hear the sensation of delight. And I feel it all around me.
Tingling on your skin, even.
Yes. And I can hear it all around me. Wind, the elements, and the ocean.
It's beautiful.
That's what I can hear.
I hear you, sister. Thank you so much for demonstrating that with me, because not enough people understand the true essence of our 5 senses. So thank you. Yeah. And it's truly divine. Truly divine. And we can take ourselves there at any moment in time. Even driving in the car, we can pull over, close our eyes, and pull that rose in front of us to center ourselves if we want to. It's as beautiful as any music, any piece of art, because it's all there in that rose. The art of the beauty, the smell of fantastic memories that we create, the sound can be soft, like a soft musical. I love how you said the ocean and the breeze as well. It's very rhythmic. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Enjoying the body, enjoying all the senses, it is rhythmic.
It is.
You're tuning into the rhythm of your own pleasure, the rhythm of your own, power as a woman.
Absolutely. We have our rhythm center, our rhythm core. And to discover what it is, to be able to tune yourself back in at any moment in time, to be in alignment with our core is amazing. But we have to understand our rhythm. And it's beautiful to find that rhythm. It means spending hours getting to know yourself. Listening to music while you're getting ready. What stimulates you? What makes you purr? What makes you excited? What makes you feel like the most gorgeous creature on the planet? That is what connects you to your rhythm core, to your center.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's some other avenues in which you took to help women connect as well to their sensuality, which is part of the awakening and discovering that they too are beautiful. We're beautiful at any size, any shape, any looks, because it's until we understand who we are, we all look the same. But as soon as we discover that we're uniquely different and beautiful exactly how we are, that's when our light comes out, and that's when we learn how to cherish, pamper, and take care of ourselves in the proper way in which all women should be and do.
I agree. So are you saying, so as an extension of what I do is, when you are dealing with some of the pain that you're holding on to, what's going to uncover that from there, what's going to increase is your own self-value, your own self-love, and your own beauty as a woman. So that's going to just take it to the next level, is really loving yourself in a way that you've never loved yourself before. So when I was closed off, I didn't take care of myself, and it physically showed. But now that I love myself, I take care of myself, and I treat my body like a temple. I treat myself like a piece of art, because I remind myself of that every day. So part of the work is not just the inner, but it's the outer. And also, like we were sharing, is bringing that pleasure in. That's going to increase the capacity for me to love myself. So feeling the senses and really showing, my own unique presence in the world through what I look like, and to inspire other women that it's okay to shine and take up space and to be in your own beauty. That's powerful. You're giving other permission to women to shine.
I love that. That's really beautiful. And also what you've included in your new company is a men's line, which is fabulous. And I love the fact that we were just talking about allowing ourselves to shine as a woman, because that's part of what you're teaching men to, well, you explain it, how men don't have to settle just like women don't have to settle.
Yes.
So share with us the aspects for men.
So I teach men how to attract and keep a high quality woman. And it's not just any woman. It's more of a woman that's going to inspire him to his greatness and be a counterpart, be a true partner. Because when a man has this beautiful woman to wake up next to who believes and supports him, this is the feminine energy. Feminine energy is inspiring. It's contagious. It's mysterious. And it's alluring. And so for a man, he can wake up and say, wow, I want to be a better man for this woman. I want to do great things in the world. With the two of us combined, we can do amazing things. So I teach a man how to be the man that's going to support this type of woman.
I think that's really beautiful. That's all part of what this series is about, Feminine Beauty Awakening. Because when a woman is at her full glory, as you said, her man wants to be a better man, and he wants to rise up and nurture, protect, and be a fabulously, it sort of sounds funny to say warrior, but seriously, That's what men are, and they feel that strength. They're provoked to be a part of it, to take their heart into it.
Yes. And then also we can inspire men to, or, the feminine energy can inspire men to their greatness, to live their purpose, to fulfill their destiny, and vice versa.
Yes.
The man can support the woman to fulfill her destiny and her purpose. And so it's this collaboration. I see the next level of relationship moving up. Instead of spending all this time fighting and battle of the sexes and blaming, there's a lot of blame. Taking that, being self-aware, releasing the past, making room for the new, and elevating relationship to the next level. What can we do when we're not fighting? What can we do when we're not jealous? What can we do when we're not blaming?
That's very important.
What can we do? And all that energy that's wasted.
Right.
Trying to, because it cycles over and over and over, and the cycle's not broken until you decide you break it within yourself.
Right.
So you can break that pattern, and he can be self-aware, and that's what I teach men, is to be self-aware, break these patterns of attracting the wrong woman, breaking the pattern of, being too macho or having too much male pride in order to say, you know what, I actually want to learn. That's actually a block in men.
Right.
Because I already know what a woman wants. But if he did, then you would already be with a high-quality woman. You would be with this amazing woman.
And also in an amazing, and he could have a high-quality woman, but they're fighting. So there's not the harmony that needs to be there. Correct? Right.
Sure.
So I know that your new book out is teaching them to step up into that position of being an understanding women.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's different levels. Yes, can I go over that real quick? Just
Absolutely.
a couple different things?
That would be beautiful.
So I really teach them how to, embrace the empowered masculine. And what are the irresistible qualities that a woman deeply craves from a man? And some of them are, the limbic region of a woman's brain is twice the size of a man. And the limbic region of the brain controls emotion and connection for a woman. So connection and feelings are a woman's universe. We operate from that. That's why we have compassion. That's why we have a depth of feeling. And
that's why we're called drama queens.
But we also, but for someone like us, we know how to channel that energy correctly. So we're not spilling all this energy on a man. We're actually using that and not reacting to that. Not that we're perfect, but I'm saying, being aware of that. So because our feelings are the center of our universe, we want to connect. We want him to be present with us and listen and just like touch. And we want our oxytocin levels to rise with this connection. And for a man, he thinks she wants to be provided for. It's about money and how much money he's going to make. And that's his main thing. But for us, we want the deep connection. And we want him to be vulnerable. We want him to share his feelings. He doesn't need to all the time, but just the fact that he can open up, share his feelings, and be open, that's going to pierce us right into the heart. And when we can have that trust, a woman is going to open up in a whole new way. And of course, that's going to affect lovemaking.
Right.
So this is the key, is through her heart. And that's going to open up the energy channels in her body to allow her to surrender to him in more than one way. So that's some of it. And the other one is, of course, for the man to release his own personal blocks.
Right.
What is getting in the way of him being his highest potential. Because I share that with women. And a man, most women that I know, within our circle, and growing, we're self-aware. We're aware of what's going on with us.
But that's because we've worked on it a lot.
Yes.
Or us a lot.
And we have a lot of support around that. And for what I've seen with men is there's so much fear because, you know, men have been taught big boys don't cry. They've thought, I need to be the man. I need to just stuff all the emotions and just take charge. But guess what? A lot of men are messes inside, emotional wrecks. And maybe they've been divorced. You know, guys that come to me have been divorced. And they just had no idea what happened because they were trying to provide for the woman and she just freaked out. Because she wanted something deep. Yeah, because they didn't understand what her biology is and her energetic makeup is.
Right.
So you can tune into her in this way. A whole nother universe is going to open up. And he can attract a woman like me or a woman like you. And between you and I, we know a lot of amazing women. And this is just you and I.
Right. Right. And when we open up as we grow, like you're saying, we attract, just as the men will attract beautiful women, we as sisters attract beautiful women into our sisterhood.
Yes.
Which is beautiful, because we're not accepting and allowing anything other than greatness.
Yes, exactly. That's all we have time for is greatness.
I've had women say, well, how do you get better friends? Well, you have to be a better friend, but you also have to not allow in your consciousness, allow anything other than that. That's what you want, and so that's what you're going to have, and that's what you're going to have in your experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, of course, when you feel full within yourself, you're not needing, and you don't need to compete with someone.
Oh, heavens no.
Yeah. So you're full. You don't see someone as a threat. You're like, wow.
Yeah. Aren't you amazing? You're gorgeous.
Yes. And we feel inspired by each other as opposed to when someone feels empty inside, they're going to see someone else and they're going to feel triggered by that person.
Right.
You know, they have something that I don't, and then jealousy comes in, and that's where the work that I do, it's like, it's okay, I've been jealous, I've been hurt, I've been wounded. All that is energy, and all you need to do is go, you know, receive some support around that, unlock that, it's energy, open up, and opens up to your fullness and your potential, and it's not that scary.
Right. It's actually so beautiful because what you're talking about is fear. And once you step through fear, there's so much freedom.
Yes.
You know, fear to me, I love that word now because fear is the doorway to freedom. It's like, bring it on. Show me something else that I can work on. You know, let me step through to some more sunlight.
Yes, absolutely.
So when we think of it that way, it really reduces the fear, and as we work through it and we experience that in each step, wow. And then to live in the wow. Wow. Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. Wow. and enjoy each moment, and that's part of it too, being in your feminine masculine balance is to enjoy your moments. Every moment is part of being in tune with yourself, with your body, with your essence, with your senses. They're all connected. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. So this is truly, truly beautiful. Are there any other tips for men and women that you'd like to share?
I think one of the greatest tools that I've used in my own life and I've seen within any relationship is really seeing the other person and their greatness. Okay, there's so many reasons I see people and they pick at all their faults.
You mean somebody else's faults that they're
somebody else's faults, or someone else, you know, pinpointing what they're doing wrong or the negative aspects. So you're on a date or you're connecting to someone or even with a friend is really seeing them in their greatness, because everyone has the potential to be great, and when you hold that space for them, you know, seeing them in their light, seeing them in their greatness, and you hold that vision for them. You know, you're with someone and you say, I believe in you, or I see you in your greatness, or you raise your vibration and you hold that space.
It's beautiful.
Relationship is going to change.
Right.
different caliber of relationship.
Right. It's beautiful. I was married. I was so in love with my husband. And probably 10 years into our marriage, he said, "Why do you see me this way? You're just presenting yourself with lies. I'm not that person." And I said, "I think that you're wonderful and amazing, and I love you. I don't see the things that you see. I didn't see his insecurities and all that." And unfortunately, it destroyed our marriage because he made me look at him in a light. And as a young woman, when I started seeing his flaws and seeing how despondent, I think that my seeing his flaws made him see himself even worse.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe in holding people. I love that you brought that up because I don't believe in holding anyone in that light. Because when we find a friend that we connect with and they give us that wow, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, there is nothing greater than love. That love transcends through the friendship, through the bodies, the energy is produced, and it's magnificent to cherish somebody. It's magnificent to give yourself, your complete self to somebody. And we're not talking about male, female necessarily. We're talking about girls, friends, or male, female who are friends. It doesn't have to be in the sensual, and I say give ourselves, it doesn't have to be in the sensual sense of we're giving ourselves, just to every single person that we meet. No. When we have a friend and we're cherishing and loving and holding the space, as Antoinette said, there's so much more grand beauty that they will feel because we're feeling it for them. I love that sense of holding the space of greatness for them in just the everyday life, because it's all beautiful. And it also goes back to being non-jealous because we're secure with ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm so glad you brought that up because it's so important.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for both men and women.
Absolutely.
So you did a twofer there. When I asked for one for each, you did a twofer.
I'm a smart woman.
You are, honey, you are. This has been really amazing, and your information will be on at the end in the credits. Antoinette has a new book out, and look for it on her website, and that too will be on the end. Any more last words, beautiful lady?
I just really hold the vision for everyone's potential, like I shared, and my heart goes out to you. I'm here for you. My heart's so wide open, and holding that space of love for you.
I think that's beautiful.
You and you.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Antoinette. It was a pleasure talking with you and sharing you with my world, our world. I loved it.
Thank you
so much.
Love you, Mia.
Love you too, honey. And we mean that sincerely, too.
Yes.
And we'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining us.